All of 10 seconds. Okay. I'm faced with a slight conundrum here, and that is the trouble of not having prepared anything. Right? I didn't rip anything. I didn't buy any tracks this week. I didn't really have a lot of ideas because I've been going at this weekly for over a month now, and I think I've kind of hit a point where I need to do a little bit of reflecting, I think, right? I mean, I generally try to reflect pretty much immediately post hoc whenever I do one of these, but I think now it's come the time, especially because I feel like I've already learned a lot in this month of getting up to speed with all this technology and this kind of style of putting something together, that I think I do need to try and take a crack at it slightly differently. So instead of finding 20 or so tracks that I think sound cool and collaging them together in some way, I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to revisit tracks that I've already played, seeing as I don't have a new lineup of tracks this week. I'm going to revisit tracks that I've already played, and I'm going to try to throw them together differently. And I think it's been, okay, how many streams have I done so far? 7. So let's assume this. Let's assume that there's 20 tracks per stream. That means I've played 140 tracks. I've barely repeated myself. So I think that's not too generous an assumption here. So of those 140 tracks, I'm sure that combinatorically, even if I don't buy another new track for a month, I'd be able to put together some completely different sets compared to the ones that I've already done. I mean, the only thing that they would share is the track, is some of the tracks, right? I mean, you do the permutations. It's clear that within the space of tracks that I've already played, there's obviously still a lot of variation possible. So if I limit myself in this sense, instead of sort of hungrily trying to drag stuff together, and I found myself putting tracks in the mix that I don't even really know that well, and so the transitions, they become a little bit. If you really want to transition between two different tracks in a coherent way, or in a way that really shows intent, then you need to know the track. You need to know at what point does the action kind of decrease a little bit. At what part of the track does most of the track sit at one band, and can I then start mixing something over it or under it or whatever? Because otherwise you overload the listener with, if you've got two breakbeats going at once, you have to filter between them, right? You can't have them both going in parallel. It's just going to be too much, So I think this is a sort of prescription of minimalism that I'm following here, which I think, generally speaking, is wise. I think that makes for good design. I think that makes for good for good mathematics. I think that makes for good. I kind of lost my train of thought here a little bit. It happens regularly. But that being said, this isn't really going to be the flashiest sort of, this is now I'm really sort of going crate digging or something like that. It's really not like that. It's going to be more so just an exploration of what I can do with what I already have. And in that sense, I'm going to open Mix now and try to see if I can't figure this out. Let's go down here. Is that level? Looks like it. I always get worried that my that my tripod's gonna fall over, But actually, you know what? No, we can show a little less here, And you guys can put together that I'm pressing the F keys when I'm when I'm doing tempo changes that aren't really, because I pretty much never use these. I almost never use these. I just sync the track, and if I want to do some kind of a transition that involves a drastic tempo change, I'm just going to use the hotkeys up here, because I don't really call me a casual or whatever, but I don't really beat matching with these. I feel confident enough that I could teach myself to do it, but it's like, what's the benefit here, you know? Modern mixers, if I were to play at a club, it's not like they're not gonna have this button, right? So it's really not a good use of my time here, at least for now. Maybe if I really go full purist, then eventually I can do that, but I don't think the time is ripe for that. Let's have a look here. What, fourth? Ah, hello. Okay, let's have a look here. Obviously my headphones are never connected. This is... what the hell? Okay, that's interesting. Never had to do that before. And we wait. Oh, it crashed anyway, who cares? Also, do you like the mustache? Yes or no? Should I keep this or should I cut it? Oh dear. Let's wait. Oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's try to Control P here again. My headphones... what? USB, audio, digital, stereo, HDA, and... Interesting. Query devices. This is annoying. My my headphone port's not working. Let's go cancel here. Alright, live troubleshooting right here. Let's have a look. Let's try to do this. Doesn't want to do it. Let's try that. This might... no, it's not plugged in. Which is what I want to just, you know... This is a little bit embarrassing, you know. I really thought I could rely on the software by now, but I apparently can't. Life has a way of humbling you. It really does. Application not responding. Well. Okay, so it likes my mixer here. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Cancel. Get out of here. Built-in analog stereo HDA OBS. What? So you mean to tell me? That I... what? You mean to